All right, today this is a 1966 Plymouth Valiant, and I have to change my wiper blades. So I'm still using the old metal ones, and what I'm going to do is replace this worn out rubber blade. These are pretty easy to get off. All right, there's a little tab right here. You just open the tab, slide the blade right off. It sits on that little button right there. All right, so here's the wiper blade replacement. I'm sure you can buy replacement blades online, but I'm too much of a cheapskate for that. So I just find stuff like this, you know, at a flea market or at a swap meet. Sometimes you can get these for like $1 a piece. And even though it's the wrong size, it can be trimmed to fit this. So this particular one, like I said, came off a 1966 A body. In my case, it's a Valiant. So I have a little red button right here. You depress that red button and it releases this mechanism, and then you can slide this off. That slides right off there. The other side is held right down here. So if you just take a little screwdriver or something, widen that, you can slide the blade off. There we go. And it slides right off there. The blade is obviously rubber. It has two little metal strips in there, and that's what kind of gives it its shape. Obviously, like I said, this one is too big, so we just need to disassemble this one, and we're going to put it on there. It's the same concept. This side, it just rides in the groove. This side on this end, it's actually held in place. So this is the locking end of it. So again, if you just loosen up the locking end of it, I mean, you can pretty much destroy this metal blade. You're not going to use it again. So just loosen that up a little bit, and then the whole blade slides right out of there. You're not going to use that anyway. This side, that's the locking end of it. You can actually see the section right there where it's going to clip into. So like I said, this can be trimmed to size. So what I do is I just lay them out and I mark it. I always mark it just a hair longer. You know, you can always cut a little more off, then add a little more. It's the same concept. These come out of here. So with the metal, I'm going to use just some tin snips. And I'm just going to use a scissor to cut the rubber part. All right, this is the locking end. Make sure you have both of those ends on the same side, and that faces out. There you go. You can see the arc in it, and then when it hits the windshield, that'll bend down, obviously. All right, reassembling. Earlier, like I was telling you, this one is the locking end. That is going to sit in those notches. So you're going to start at the opposite end. It's going to sit down in the second groove. Take a second, make sure it gets all lined up. All right, and as you can see, it grabbed it right in that, so now it's sitting in there nicely. All right, in my case, like I was describing earlier, I have the separate piece that has a red button on it. There are two different ends. This is the open end, and that one has a little bend. That's the closed end. That goes on the end of the wiper. You're gonna get it lined up in the groove, slide it on. All right, and that's it. You can hear it's not going to go anywhere. And there it is. It's all lined up. It's not going to go anywhere. It's sitting nicely at both ends. And then just reinstall on the vehicle. All right, there we go. Back on the vehicle. Look at those tiny little squirters. I suppose they're working at least. But yep, there we go. Wipers are working.